How about that? Are you gonna scooch in, or is there gonna be this?
It's gonna be a divide. Because I want to be comfortable and spread out. Plus, I probably
Here, I'll turn this way so you have more.
I don't know. I probably
knee
smell
room.
like crap. They probably can't even hear what we're shaking our heads at.
Never fails.
She doesn't take naps very well.
Okay, are you gonna scooch in, or are we gonna seriously look
let's just do
at this
this.
divide? There you go. That's all you have. Does she have her bottle in her mouth?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Blah!"
She doesn't like to take naps.
Okay, so y'all have seen the birth vlog. It finally went up.
An entire year.
Took about a year.
An entire year.
I had priorities, friends. Priorities.
We had an entire year.
It's fine.
It was in a hiatus.
We're gonna be doing a reaction video to our birth vlog.
Will they see the video or will they see
Yeah,
us?
they're gonna see the video like down in this corner.
Okay.
So that way they know, like they can follow along with what we're actually talking about. Or maybe we should put it like between us. No, I'll put it in one of these corners. we start out.
Already.
Okay, first of all, before we even start, can we talk about Jared's camera skills?
They're great.
Jared is an A+ videographer.
Listen.
A++.
I just witnessed the...
You hadn't even witnessed anything yet. We're literally sitting here.
Alright, fair enough. I'm embarrassed to probably videotape you and with people around. Plus I hate it.
Jared's hand.
I waved at the peoples.
Looks like it's happening today. We just got the news, and
Yeah, I am really crappy at this.
we were waiting for the results, and it came. And
I'm so tired.
Did you even sleep at all?
No. No. How could I sleep? Like they're like the night before, they're like, oh yeah, you could go home. I'm like, I gotta go home and feed the cat and dog and take care of the stuff at home. And
Yeah.
they're like, she might die in the night, so
No, that's not
babies
what they
might
said.
come.
That's not what they said. That's not what they said.
Terrifying.
Okay, we'll fast forward through the intro.
Okay.
Oh, there's Jared again.
My fat face without a beard.
they're gonna come today.
I'm so tired.
So
I remember. And you woke me up in such a weird way. You're like, Jared,
images. I don't.
get up here. It's happening. And I'm like, it's like 6 o'clock, and I'm like, what? What are you talking about? What?
I was so drugged, you guys. I can't even. I say it a couple times throughout, like,
She was
I was so
bad.
out of it. So drugged. The magnesium sulfate, friends,
So-
awful.
Drugged up Jessica was talking to very sleep deprived, just
Jared.
woke up Jared, and we didn't understand each other. Like, I was like, what?
This is bad. This is a bad
It
idea.
was dumb.
Oh,
And I rushed over here very quickly, almost puked.
did you really?
Oh yeah, I was like sick to my stomach because I was like, this is so scary
Anyway,
and exciting and scary.
The anesthesiologist, by the way.
so
Craziest guy on the planet.
I'm kind of processing, and I have no idea what to say. Well, here they come.
Yep.
Yeah, she is pretty drugged. You can see it.
Friends, we are gonna be having a baby. 2 babies. Jared, I woke him up like in the middle of sleep, and I was like, "Hey,
Hi.
you gotta get over here.
Hey.
We're having a baby."
Hi.
And he's
So
like,
matter of fact.
What?
I wasn't like. It was good that you called me back
Oh, that's right. I called you a second time.
That's what you said.
Because it wasn't
I
there.
was like,
Did I dream that?
walking out, I'm like, why am I going to the hospital in my mind? And I'm like, and then you call me back and I'm like, okay.
Oh, it is 7 o'clock. Look at that.
Yeah.
You were gonna sleep on that couch. Yeah, that wouldn't have. You probably wouldn't have gotten very good sleep on that
It
couch
didn't
either.
matter. It wouldn't have mattered.
Why?
Because I didn't sleep at all.
Why?
Even in here.
Why? Sleeping in your own bed?
Didn't work, okay?
Just asking. All right.
They've placed the epidural, and I'm starting to get numb. It's going to come on slowly. We're just waiting for that to start happening. I am really tired. I probably will
didn't
take a
sleep
nap
very much
after
either.
the C-section. The excitement of the C-section.
Taken.
Like, just the mag has
I
made it hard to
forced
sleep,
nap.
and the monitors.
Was
and
I
so think
asleep when
having
you came in?
No monitors,
I don't remember.
and all of that will just make this whole thing so much easier.
It's just Sophia's, right?
Olivia, yeah. So, here we go, friends. Here we go.
Got ready.
Okay.
My paper suit.
You totally.
What?
You look
Like
like
a
you're.
Pillsbury dough bag? Yeah, I know.
Like you should be in a bakery or like you work at like a food factory plant or something.
They're horrible.
She's
My paper suits, and I almost ripped. I think I ripped it.
Where did you rip
I
it?
think like at the zipper part.
You're like trying to
I'm
like hide it. You're like,
Just like.
She's not feeling great. Can we get this done?
oh, I got so sick after the epidural. I was not like I was already.
I think.
Yeah, I think right here if you go back, you can see him holding a bag. Oh, no, it's too far. Whoa,
Oh.
too. What is she doing with her hand?
I don't know. She's filling the baby's.
My belly is right
I don't know what that is. Don't ask me.
there. She's like, hey, are you okay? It's like on my leg. There.
Hey there. It's okay, you.
I didn't even
pooped.
notice her hand.
It's okay, you pooped. All right.
She's not even patting me though.
All right. Doesn't matter. I don't know.
She's over there. She's not feeling great.
Nope. I was puking.
So
This is legitimately the only footage Jared caught.
That's because the crazy anesthesiologist guy. And then they're like, everything was nuts. And then
What do you mean?
the guy was like, I'm like sitting behind the barrier, and I'm like, yes, I don't have to see your guts hang out.
Also, I feel like I had an out-of-body experience here. I feel like I had an out-of-body experience right here because it was almost like I was like, because I literally was like pinned down, like arms out. You can't, I don't know if you can see, but like my arms are like,
Yeah.
all of the bubble wrap is around my arms. They've got my arms strapped down, and they've got this blanket around my head, and I'm either like the Virgin or I'm like an Eskimo. And like I remember thinking, I look like an Eskimo, like looking down at myself because I'm on drugs. I'm on drugs. I'm an Eskimo right now. Like I imagine like you looking at me and I'm like, hello.
It was really weird. It more was like those cardboard cutouts that people stick their faces in.
Oh yeah, one of
That's
those.
what Yes.
By the way, this is not my heartbeat, and these are not the baby's cries. We did not get any video. We did not get any
I'm not
video.
gonna go like this. Hey guys, hey, look at the baby's coming out of the little gut holes. No,
I needed gut
horrible.
hole. I needed gut
it was
hole.
horrible.
Okay, first of all, let's just talk about the birth plan. I was prepared to have a C-section. I was also prepared that if Everly had decided to spin her little butt back up into the air and go head down, to actually have a natural birth, but she decided that that was not gonna be the case. So, I had asked the nurses to let the doctors know I would like to watch the birth. Please put up a mirror so that I can watch. I really, you guys, I really needed to see those babies come out of my belly. I'm still kind of upset about it. Like now, even now. Like, because even up to that point, there was a part of me that didn't feel like the pregnancy was. So I feel like being able to have seen them actually being like from my body was something that I needed, and they didn't put up a mirror for me to see. They didn't even like, I didn't even, okay. There's so much to say. There's so much to say, you guys. All I heard of the birth, all I heard was Everly being pulled out. Did Everly come first? Yeah, Everly came first, and she screamed. Ah! And then I heard Bennett come out, and he was like, and he like whimpered. And that was literally all I remember of their birth. At one point, something was happening, and the anesthesiologist, he's like, here, honey. Like all of a sudden I heard drawers opening and stuff, and he was so nice. Oh my gosh, the anesthesiologist we had was so nice, and I think he was just getting ready to retire too. He was like, if I could have him for my next birth, I'm like, Dr. Could you come and do my next birth? Because he was amazing. But I mean, he was like a grandpa. Like that's how he was just so sweet to me.
To you, yes.
I'll let you tell your part of the story. I'll let you tell your part of the story in a second. He was like opening drawers and stuff. Yeah, let me hurry in.
Whoa. Jeez, we sped through the whole time you were pregnant.
Pregnant.
Pregnant. Oh, there they are. The blue babies.
We're not going there yet.
Oh, dang it.
He started like opening drawers, and like things started getting really busy, and I'm like hearing the beeping because they're still monitoring the babies, and you know, everything's going on. And he's like, honey, I'm gonna put something in your mouth. He's like, I need you to chew it and then put it underneath your tongue. And I was like, I'm assuming I said okay, but I don't know what I said.
At that point, I wasn't in there.
No, you were in there. You weren't in there? Was this after they were born?
Yeah, because once they were born, they rushed me into the next room, and they were working on you, and it actually kind of got a little scary there for a second.
With me?
Mm-hmm. Because like your
blood pressure
is going crazy, or like your heart rate is going crazy, and so they actually I think they rushed me out of there so that I wouldn't like worry about you, but I was actually super worried about you. It was something kind of like part of the reason I didn't like videotape like a lot of the like it's kind of crappy because I kept on looking over at you, and then them, and then you, and then them, and then
you couldn't even see me though.
I could see you like back in, like there's the window, and then there was you, but like all the doctors were around.
But my body,
there's so much blood. You guys.
Okay, so let me finish telling my part. At some point, I don't know when it happened. I know he put the pills or whatever in my mouth. I chewed them up, y'all. My mouth was so dry. Like I was like, and then I tried to put it under my tongue, but it was like chalk. It felt like I bit into a piece, like a full stick of chalk, just like, and it just was underneath my tongue, and I'm like, okay. I'll let you know your portion of what you remember. Because you were the only one in our family that was consciously aware of everything that was going on.
Oh, I don't want to remember.
Just think of it this way. Once it's on film, you never have to think about it again. You never have to relive it. Anytime anybody wants to hear about it, we can just refer to the video, and I'll be like,
every time we talk about the birth, I start seeing all that stuff again in my brains. I first was very grateful for the barrier, because I wanted the barrier. Jessica did not want the barrier. I did. So I sat down and I'm like, sweet. And I'm like, I'm a videotape Jessica. And then as it's happening, like it went so fast. Like they were like, they like chopped you up and ripped out your guts so fast.
I do remember I asked the doctor if I could open.
Yeah. And the doctor kind of looks at you like...
She's like, I remember her saying, I've never had anybody ask that question.
Yeah, she kind of gave me this look like... And I'm like, hey, you're the ones that gave her that crap. And she's weird. And so I'm sitting behind the barrier thinking, okay, that's great. I'll just talk to Jessica while she's giving birth, I guess. I don't know what it'll do. And then like as I'm doing it, like the old guy, the anesthesiologist, grabs me by the arm, lifts me up, and he's like, watch your firstborn be born. And then I look down and there's this hole, this gaping hole in my wife's guts. Like her belly is open and her innards are like in plates and stuff. Holes. And I'm like, she's gonna die. There's so much blood and ugh. And then a blue baby pops out. This magical blue baby just shoots out. And then they're
did she come out head first?
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember.
Yeah,
I tried to. I think she kind of came out like
they kind of pulled her back.
Yeah, like she just was like an accessory that just like flipped out and you're like popped up and she's like, there's a blue baby. Here's a blue baby. And then like so there was Everly and like she said she like opened up like right off the bat and just screamed her guts out. And then they like quickly put her out. They like I honestly don't remember them cutting the umbilical cord, but I know that they did. I just didn't watch it. And I'm like, at that point I'm like, I'm feeling faint because I see your insides, I see the blood,
Jared,
I see your guts.
Jared doesn't do blood like
I
at
see
all.
a blue baby, and I'm like gonna faint at this point or something. I'm like
getting woozy.
I get woozy, so I go to sit down. So I literally sit down, plop down on the chair, and go, "What did I just see?" and then the dude's like, the grandpa guy, the anesthesia just lifts me up again and goes, "Your son's coming into the world!" And then they literally like reach down into Jessica's guts again and right from his legs, like a rabbit, like he's this hanging blue baby, and they're like, it's
by his toes. They pulled him out by his toes because he was like clear up. They said they had to actually dig deep to get him because he was way up in my ribs, and he whimpered.
Yeah, and then they put him in the thing, and then they rushed me over, and then like when they wheeled me into the operating room, they showed me, they're like, this is where the kids are gonna go once they're delivered. Like Dad will, like they kind of walked us through what was gonna happen. So as soon as the babies are born, Dad, you're gonna go into this room and we're gonna finish stitching up her, and then you'll follow the babies once they get them all situated. You're gonna follow them into the NICU. And we were like, oh, okay. So I'm in the room all by myself, being stitched up. Yeah, and I'm in there watching these two babies get like mobbed. Like you can show that because it's like insane.
This is not them crying.
By the way,
yeah, not them crying. Aw, Benny.
Like they got mobbed. Like this is not even like the time. Like I sort of forgot to video some of this because
surprise.
It was just like so shocking. Like just so shocking. Like what I just witnessed and like them turn colors and that like they just got mobbed by people just like boom. Like the people at that hospital were like so good. They just boom do all their things, get them to cry, get them to do whatever, get the vitals, the changes, the freaking colors changing, like they're doing all their things, and I'm like, and I remember this one nurse kept on asking me, she's like, Dad, you doing okay? You doing all right? You look a little pale, you look a little unsteady, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And then like I'm like worried about Jessica because I could see him like working and as I was going in, they sounded a little worried as I was going into like the other room with the babies.
Yeah.
So I'm like worried about all three of you, and like the next little bit, keep playing this because the next little bit just goes from crazy to,
so there's Everly again.
It just descends into
you can't even see. I mean, she's just like,
it was hard to like even videotape that. I guess I could have like pushed some doctors out of the way and be like,
get out of the way.
Let me get in there. Let me get in there.
So at this point in the video with the kids, this is not Blue Baby. This is they
cried and all that stuff.
Like they changed color. They weren't like blue. They weren't really covered in the Veranex anymore.
The point where like they were still blue, I was like,
are they supposed to be blue?
So worried, and then I'm like, oh crap, Jessica's gonna kill me.
Hurry, get some video. If I had been in control, if it had been you, we would have gotten way more footage.
Some ointment that they put on it.
Yeah, and then it just skipped. It just skipped right into the NICU because, dang it, that was the craziest tornado of stuff. Like they rush us up to the NICU. I'm being tugged about like
this way and that way.
This way, and like it is so funny because I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to save the babies and make sure that everything's okay, right?
Yeah.
And they're trying to allow, you know, dad to be there and to see his babies and stuff. But you could tell that I was just in the way, and that I just needed, like, I've never felt more in the way than in the NICU. But it was just like with the people in the room when they came out of you, and then they were in the room and they were like,
you're talking about the nurses,
right?
With the babies,
right? Before we even got to the NICU, but like that was a rush of people, and like they were quick. But when you got to the NICU, it was like special forces. Like it was
everybody on deck.
Oh my!
All hands on deck.
It was like they parked them, and then 30 individuals descended upon them, and they all knew their jobs, and they all knew exactly what they were doing, and they all knew like what like interval that they were coming in at, and like it was just like this well-oiled machine, and I'm just like,
and I'm a stick in the mud over here just watching it go.
And there's this part where like they're doing the thing where they're getting the PICC line into the umbilical cord and stuff.
You're talking about the IV.
And there's like blood, and then there's like,
and at this point your mom shows up.
My mom shows up, and like there was a part where they had covered Everly up with like this, I don't know,
blanket?
It was not a blanket, it's like one of those medical things that you put in so it's sterile. And all you could see was the cutout of like her belly where they were doing a PICC line.
Oh,
and they were having a hard time getting the PICC line in there.
Gotcha, into her umbilical
and
stump.
It looked like she was shaking because she was in pain. Like it was like she was like shaking, and it was horrible to watch. Like really horrible to watch. But really what it was there's this
what your mom and you didn't realize.
We didn't know. Because it looked horrible. It's so hard that my mom actually couldn't watch it anymore. Because she thought the baby was in such pain that she was just shaking. But it was like this little plate underneath them that would vibrate them to keep them alive or something, like to do something. I can't remember what it was.
I believe it breaks up the mucus in their lungs.
Right, and so it's like shaking, and it's supposed to be that way. But here in my mind, I'm like, they're gonna kill
my daughter's dying.
Like in such pain that she's just shaking, and I'm like, and it was so hard to watch. And then you go over and you look at them, and they're like just covered in tubes and
ointment in the
eyes, and they're like doing all sorts of like weird stuff, and it was very hard.
There was lots of blood because
there was it was very hard to see any of this stuff because while Everly was on, she was intubated.
Yeah.
And she was actually breathing the worst.
Yeah.
She looked the best.
Yeah. Right? So right here you could see the intubation tube on her mouth.
But Bennett looked the worst, but he was actually the best. So keep going, man. Just turn it down so they don't hear it. But yeah,
so this is where Jared's mom was here.
Yeah,
so
he looks like a, I don't know, some like,
he's on a C-pap machine.
Yeah. And then that was all I got. Like literally, that's it. That's all I had. That's all I had in me to get, because at that point, like it was either like Jessica, you could kill me all you want, but this has been the most traumatic thing I've ever experienced, because
you put me through this.
Like, right, I had seen things that I didn't want to see, and at the same time, like, here these babies are, and all of a sudden everything just changes. Dad mode kicks in that I didn't even know I had dad mode. Like the whole time,
all of a sudden you got the dial and it's like Jared mode, and then it's
normal
like
Jared dude, and then it's like, oh, your kids are born.
All of a sudden you didn't realize the dial went this way. It just
and so like I'm like so worried about everything, and like I'm just like, dude, this is insanity, and I feel like super, not necessarily connected to him, but like connected to him. I don't know how you describe it.
Yeah.
But I was like, dude, these are my kids. They're killing my kid. You know, they're saving my kid's life. You know, like I'm just like, I don't know what they're doing, but it looks horrible. It looks scary, but like at the same time, like they did a really insanely good job. And
yeah, it was a really good hospital that we were at. It was actually one of the best NICUs in the state.
There was this huge gap.
I forgive you.
In all this, but
I forgive you.
Like,
it would have been nice at least to have footage of like the babies coming out, even if I didn't share it. Seeing for myself them actually pull Bennett and Everly out.
Yeah. And like I get that if our roles were switched somehow, and I was the one getting my guts ripped out, and you were the one doing this, like it would have been just like this documentary of
footage.
Our child's like birth. But guess what?
It didn't.
It doesn't work that way.
Maybe next time.
Maybe
with the next baby.
It only works that you have the baby and I can't do anything else because
true.
I'm an idiot.
No, it's not because you're an idiot.
And because it was horrible.
I'm sorry you
great
had.
at the same time.
I'm sorry that you
It
had
was just
blue babies.
It was definitely not the birth that
most people
talk about, or like they were liars. Didn't prepare me for this. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Sorry.
It was like a mess. And then I'd seen things that I couldn't get out of my head for months.
I'll still
mention
it, and he's like, little cross blue baby.
So gross. So gross.
All right, after the birth.
She's finally good to go. We're gonna go watch, or she's gonna see the babies. They're gonna do this drive-by. It's like they
call it a drive-by.
It is the least, like they don't even really get to let you see anything.
No. And me and my drug ups, you guys, this is so sad. I don't remember seeing the babies for the first time.
Yeah.
So.
It's okay, you only had 2 minutes. So.
You're about to, they're wheeling me down the hall, and here we go, into the NICU. I don't remember, I remember this part, because I remember filming my bag. I remember them putting my bag, but right here with Bennett's feet, don't remember this. So, this nurse that is with him right now is actually one of our most favorite nurses. We ended up having her throughout their NICU stay, which, such a long stay. Look at his little toes, he was so cute. Yeah, I really don't. I actually,
see,
you see her shaking?
That's what the thing is, and
plate.
But all you could see was her belly, and she was shaking, and it looked like she was in pain, man. It was horrible.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
Poor little hand. Yeah.
But then I find out it's just a plate. It's oh, you mean I suffered?
Okay, now
that was it.
And that
was it.
That's literally. So you're probably gonna find out. You're probably gonna hear the story later on through the vlogs as we get there. I don't remember doing this, you guys. So the nurse's name is Lacey.
I don't know how it started, but someone asked you
she was asking about twins. She said this was probably a month later. She's like, do you remember when we met? And I was like here? And I'm like, yeah, when you, and she's like, no. And she looked at Jared and she's like, did you not tell her? And I was like, no. Wait, what's going on here? What happened?
Why would I tell you?
She's like, yeah, so, you were doing your drive-by through the NICU before they took you to your room. And I was talking to you about the twins and, congratulations. And she said that I was so excited that I didn't have any stretch marks. And I was like, yeah, and I don't even have any stretch marks. I don't know how I, at that point, knew that I didn't have any stretch marks, because I didn't have any before. I don't have any now.
And she's like, here, look. And she lifts up her gown.
I lifted up my gown to show her that I have no stretch marks. I'm not wearing pregnancy panties. And Lacey said, she was like, oh, okay, yeah, go ahead. Let's go ahead and pull that down.
Such a geek.
So this has already happened. Now I'm back in the room. I don't remember this either.
Bizarre.
Also, my mouth. Look how red it is. Do you know what that is? Do you know what that's from?
Mm-mm.
That's from the dragon's blood ice chips that they kept giving me.
Yeah.
I was like, why is my mouth all red? And I was like, oh, the tiger's blood. Not dragon's blood, tiger's blood.
Shadows. So they're gonna come in and bring a breast pump, and then we're gonna try pumping. I don't know if you can tell, my eyes are
pretty tired, yeah.
Pretty tired and pretty drugged. Yeah.
That would have been a great way to end it. So.
Oh man, you guys. I shouldn't be allowed a camera. I shouldn't be allowed to have the camera. Yeah. Filming under the influence. Shouldn't happen. Is there anything else that you'd like to share about that day?
No. No.
Okay.
It was good because they were here at that time, but
yeah,
it was not a good day.
It was a nutty day.
It was so crazy.
But I remember.
But I guess like, it was good that
it.
like all that happened in like that quick of a time frame.
Are you talking about from the time I went into the hospital to the time
like we were in that room then? Like it was so fast that my brain like had difficulty understanding what I had just gone through, and so it was like me unpacking it for like the next like month and a half, just like okay, all right, okay, these are okay, you know, like that's so it was nuts. My experience was different in every way.
What was your experience even, so we didn't talk about this, but as far as like the beginning, like the first couple days that I was in the hospital, like when I called you.
Oh man.
Because that I don't even have, I mean I have footage of, but
yeah, I remember leaving work just being like, no, it's happening. Just being like freaking out a little.
Oh, you guys, I was so scared.
Yeah,
I was so scared. Like,
You're like, I don't think we're ready. Well, we ain't gonna have a choice. Coming out anyway.
After I got the call from the doctor, I literally paced the house for like 15-20 minutes. Like, I called you to let you know, and then I didn't know what to do, what to grab, because I had nothing in my hospital bag, and I was like, what do I even put in my house? And like the dog's looking at me, and I'm like, I need you, and he's like looking at me like, what's going on, Mom? And I'm like, wah! I was a mess. Yeah. I needed somebody to just
oh, you're running out of battery.
I know. I needed somebody. I either needed somebody to hug me and like lead me along, or smack the silly out of me, because I was a mess. But by the time I got to the hospital,
you were flying high.
Yeah, I was fine. I saw you. You were just the epitome of calm.
I was.
You were just so chill. So chill.
Inside I was like,
were you?
No, I wasn't like freaking out. I was more like, I might have freaked out on the way there, and then I had like this feeling that everything was gonna be okay, and so I'm like, okay, I'll just go with that.
Go with that feeling.
I'm just gonna focus on that.
It's good.
And I still focused on that during the whole thing, like even like when they came, like I still try to focus on everything's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be okay. But what I just witnessed was traumatic. It was like
yeah.
A whirlwind of horrors. Just one right after the next. Let's just say I like the year later with being dad than I did that day.
Yeah.
That day was not my favorite day. Like, I know people are like, yeah, the day that our kids were born,
it's the most beautiful day of my life.
It's the greatest day.
I don't remember anything.
You're right. I'm so glad for people like that. Like, that was great.
I wish that had been us.
I saw my wife's guts.
On plates.
I saw blood. I saw blue babies. And I saw horrors in the NICU.
Chicken babies.
They were just trying to save my kids' lives, you know? Like, they just were trying to...
Traumatic.
Keep everybody alive. But to me, to a lay person, to someone who is not... Who can't even watch, like, medical...
Fake gunshot wounds on, like, bones and CSI. Oh! And I'm like, it's not even real! It's not even real!
That day was a day of horrors. Because it was reality. Reality! It was not... Oh, man. Let's just say a year later is better.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. We'll go ahead and close the video. We just want to say thank you so much for watching, for following along on our journey, for holding out for a year, y'all, while I made priorities.
Everyone was so mad at you.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. The babies came first. I'm sorry. They really did. Like, I've waited so long, and I was like, you know, I'm just gonna, if I have time, I'll do it, you know, and I got a couple videos out, but I spent most of my time with the babies. And that's how it should be, honestly. Battery died. What was I saying?
That's the way it should be. All right.
Oh.
We're gonna do the next thing. No.
You'll get a updated, this is what they look like today shot, even though you can't really see their faces.
No. Okay, Jessica's gonna try to put some blankets on them. And we're gonna see,
we're gonna
see her mom's stealth. Yes. Okay, we'll see her mom's stealth. So here, oh, I don't know if I can see this very well. Watch this.
Okay.
Even if it's just for the audio. We'll see if Jessica We'll see if Jessica can do this. If she can actually sneak in and put blankets on them. Oh, let's do that. Let's see. She can't wake him up. This is the game we play. This is a game. Because they're really good at detecting stealth. See? He sleeps on the blanket. Oh! 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 That's a new tactic. Okay. That's pretty good. Wow. That was a new tactic. Oh, no. See? See? Right at the very end. Right at the very end. He got up. He's up.
Dang it.
You failed.
I failed. Like,
yeah, good job, Mom.
I'll lay back down and go back to sleep.
Alright.
Alright, thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Comment and let us know what your favorite part of our birth story was. And if you have an interesting portion of your birth story, we would love to hear about it. So comment down below.
All your work
Look at
is
that.
done.
You can go back to sleep.
Yeah, but he's not covered up anymore.
It's fine. It's warm outside. It doesn't need, they don't quite need a blanket too much anymore. All right. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.